welcome to the Chronicles of Yarnia, the podcast from Montclair's local yarn store. I'm Jen.
Amanda.
Kathleen.
And we're a podcast all about yarn and things you can do with it. Knitting, crocheting, embroidering, punch needling.
Punch needling.
Ooh, punch needling. All kinds of fun stuff. And we're coming to you from Montclair's local yarn store, Yarnia.
Yeah. Montclair, New Jersey.
Montclair, New Jersey, not California.
Yep. Or Virginia.
Or Virginia. There's a Montclair, Virginia?
Yeah, I've driven through it. It's right off 95.
Okay.
I think it has like a convenience store that I have probably stopped in to get beverages for the road.
I've been like, hey, Montclair.
Yeah,
Like, I know this town.
Montclair, we have to stop.
Yes, we must stop.
Actually, I may be thinking of another town, but I know there is a Montclair, Virginia.
I
If you know about Montclair, Virginia, please
Clear
comment
Mountain.
below. Let us know. Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Clear Mountain. So it is June, which means it's sock bingo.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we are coming up, or at least Amanda and I. Well, you might already be done with school. Are you already done with school? Yours?
we finished last Friday noon.
I'm not. We got until the 20th, kids.
Not too bad, though, honestly. Sometimes Montclair goes way later than the 20th.
Well, I'll tell you. I mean, I'm born and raised North Jersey,
Mm-hmm.
and I never, ever got out of school before the 21st.
Yeah.
Ever.
Mm-hmm.
It was like 21st, 22nd, 23rd. One of those.
And growing up in New York City, we went almost till the end of June a lot of the time.
Yeah.
It was just... But then we always started after Labor
was
Day,
gonna say,
regardless of how late Labor Day is.
We almost always started after Labor Day. There were a couple, like when Labor Day is like really late. I was explaining this to Ollie before. I was like, when Labor Day
and
is
that always makes
really
me so
late,
sad when they actually have to go to school before Labor Day.
Yes. And it's like, okay, Labor Day is like the 6th or the 7th. It's like, all right, you're starting on the 3rd.
Right.
But he was complaining. He's like, how come all these other schools are out before I am? I'm like, they start mid-August. My friend down south, her school starts August 15th.
Yeah, my
like,
birthday's...
we're on vacation August 15th.
It creeped earlier when I was in school in the 80s in Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
So when we started, like when I started kindergarten, mid-80s, we started after Labor Day.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
but then I think it was standardized testing. Honestly, that pushed that date earlier because you just get several more weeks in before
Yes,
standardized testing
that makes
comes into
sense.
spring.
Yeah, because standardized testing is in May.
And then once the standardized testing is done, then you could be done, right?
Yeah.
Then
Right.
The schools could be
Exactly.
done.
So
yeah, that makes
like,
a lot of sense.
It really does boost the scores of kids to have
Uh-huh.
a few extra weeks of learning. So they
I
started
bet,
moving it
yeah.
a few weeks earlier. It was never did I have to start school before my birthday,
Mm-hmm.
which was August 16th.
But you were probably always the first birthday kid in the class, right? Or one of them.
Well, no, I was the last because I was August 16th. So I was the youngest in my class by a lot.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I was too, but for different reasons. Because end of the calendar year is when
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, so then, but now they start, like the 10th or the, way earlier.
Of August?
In August now, yeah. Yeah, like second week of August, everybody starts.
But they're probably out, by the 10th of May or something.
Yes.
Right? It's like
Before Mother's Day now, sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
It's like
Oh
really
my God,
early.
I don't want my children out that early.
Yeah, we always
Sorry.
ended right before Memorial Day. We never went into June.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. I mean, it's also because, I was also telling Ollie
Also
this.
for football, you get more football practice if you start earlier.
That's right. That's right.
I could care less about football. Sorry, Amanda. I was telling Ollie also, because he's like, oh, it's hot in school. I'm like, yeah, it's hot in school. You have old buildings and they haven't, fixed the HVAC yet. It's on the jacket for it. Like, it's going to happen eventually.
But first they've got to upgrade all the electric.
First they have to upgrade all of the electric, and that needs to happen too.
Well, and that's what happens when you have a lot of 100-year-old school buildings.
Yes.
Well, this is the thing. My high school had no air conditioning. My high school was built in the 60s.
Oh, wow.
Oh my goodness.
And
Wow.
had no air conditioning.
Wow.
Not only did we have no air conditioning, but we also were not allowed to wear shorts until June 1st.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Which the boys hated. And the girls were like, whatever, I'm wearing a skirt. I don't care.
Yeah.
And some of the boys at one point, very revolutionary and, Republicanish New Jersey Republican, Bergen County in the 80s were like, I'm going to wear a skirt and you can't. And it's like, go ahead. Nobody cares.
You be cool. Be cool.
You do what you want to do. But I was telling him that you couldn't wear shorts until June 1st. And he was like, scandal. And I'm like, yeah, so you just had to sweat. But like in the 60s, built in the 60s,
Wow.
no AC. They had it
That's surprising.
retrofitted.
I have to say, my family and
That's
friends
from the 90s,
in
too.
Mexico wear jeans and long sleeve shirts all the time.
Wow.
Protect
Yeah.
against the sun. But
Yes,
Yeah.
but it's like your body acclimates to sort of like where you are.
So
Some
people's
people.
bodies do. I get heat stroke.
Well, okay, maybe your body acclimates to where you grew up.
Maybe.
that could be. I will say,
Because I hate winter.
Mhm.
I did
Like
not.
20-some
I
years.
love winter. I love air conditioning. I did not grow up with air conditioning. My parents' house, they did not get the split ACs until like, I don't know, under 10 years ago.
Right.
And my room was on the 3rd floor. My bed was underneath a skylight,
Oh, boy.
faced southwest.
Oh, you
It is so hot. So hot.
That's
Um,
brutal.
I can sleep in hot weather, and I had a fan. I mean, it was like one of the big ass
Yeah.
fans, but
Yes.
like I can sleep in hot weather, but I strongly prefer my bedroom to be like 50 degrees.
Yeah, we do always kick the air down before we go to sleep.
Yeah, I did not acclimate.
I really
just
like high
suffered.
70s.
Ooh.
Oh God,
Oh.
you don't sleep well then.
I
Well, it
sleep
depends.
fine.
It depends. I don't sleep well when I'm too cold, but I
Studies
definitely
say.
like a cooler bedroom in the summer. In the winter, I don't care. Like
No.
I do lots of blankets anyway.
I just
so.
routinely call back to the scientific studies say it's better to sleep in a cold bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up in Alabama, and my grandmother's house also had no air conditioning
Yeah.
in the middle of Alabama.
So high 70s
Still-
is cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Still damp, hot air.
Oh.
Ooh.
the
There was like an
worst.
air conditioning
I don't-
wall unit in the kitchen, and that was it. And it did not get to the bedrooms. In fact,
Yeah.
we closed the bedroom doors all day
Mhm,
long to like
mhm.
keep the cool air in
Yeah.
the
In
kitchen.
the
or
rest of the
whatever.
house, yeah.
Yeah. So
That was like the house we rented on Cape Cod a couple of years ago.
Oh, yeah.
you
Our
open
house
the
on the
window.
Cape didn't have AC until we renovated it.
Occasionally, it's enough of a breeze for the chiffon curtains to move.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the other thing is too, it is definitely hotter than it used to be.
Oh, for
You
sure.
know, it's
For
that's
sure.
one thing. Remember, we used to go to the Cape a lot when I was younger, and to the Adirondacks too. And we never, it was never really too uncomfortable to sleep.
Yeah.
And in the last 10 years, the number of times I've been those places, and it's too uncomfortable to sleep without air is quite
Yeah.
a few. It's
I will say though, and this is, kind of my superstition, insurance going up to the Cape, if we do not pack sweatshirts
oh yeah,
and long pants
yeah,
and at least one pair, I guarantee you it will be 40 degrees
the
Yeah.
whole time
in August.
every night. Right?
Raining.
Yeah.
Like, guarantee it.
Yeah, it's
Guaranteed.
well, we call it the umbrella theory. It's like you
Yeah.
bring an umbrella so it doesn't rain.
Just so it doesn't rain.
Yeah.
Always have one in your car just in case.
Yeah.
Well, we should chat about what's going on around town because
I know. Last time we talked for a solid half hour before there was any.
There was
knitting
so
content,
much
right?
going on around town.
I know this past weekend was like super busy. Other than the end of school for me, which is just insane. What
Oh,
else is going on?
I had a sheep in my backyard this weekend.
What?
You did? Oh, for a party.
Oh,
Nice.
I was like, what?
I know we've had a bear, we've had a lot of foxes,
Yes.
but a sheep.
Yeah,
Sheepy.
Charlie had his 6th birthday party, and we rented a little petting zoo from there's a local New Jersey farm that will come. They have the most adorable, super calm animals.
Yeah.
Awesome.
They're
So fun.
backyard buddies. I'll put their contact information below in case you're looking for somebody, because everything is goes back to the animals. Like all the party, they do a lot of rescue work. So
Nice. That's
all
great.
of the proceeds from the parties go to support the animals, which is great.
That's awesome.
But yeah, they had turkins, so turkey turkey chickens. They
Turkey
were
chicken?
I've never
Yeah.
heard of that.
How
They
big
were-
are they?
They were so they're the chicken part of them were silkies, so they looked silky, but they had these bare necks.
Oh, weird. Ooh,
So weird.
sound kind of freaky.
I have a picture
Birds
of
are weird.
yeah, I
in
have a
general.
picture of Abby and Beth and Teddy sitting on the necks. I'll put it up here. Are the chickens? Yeah, but now Abby and Beth are lobbying for a chicken coop in our backyard. Catherine, don't talk to them. No, I'm kidding. But actually, I don't know. I could, so long as Beth takes care of it. She's an adult, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And very responsible. So, and that guinea pig's lived in Abby's room far longer than anybody thought it would. I mean, he's probably an 8-year-old guinea pig now.
Wow.
Dang.
Which is
Nice.
yeah, and very happy. So.
This is why I keep telling my children no guinea pigs,
Hamsters
no hamsters.
I've never had guinea pigs live this
don't
long.
live that long, though, right? Don't hamsters only live a couple of years?
I don't want them in my house.
Yeah.
I've had good
I find them
hamsters get
We
out
have
of my
one.
house before and make a little nest behind the buffet in the dining room.
I don't like their little claws on my hands.
Yeah, I know. I don't like to, like, we have a hamster that Haley rescued from school last year. Somebody
Oh
was,
yes.
it was like a multiple rescue hamster. Like, somebody had it, and then that person left school, and somebody else took it, and then
The
when
hand-me-down
she was going
hamster.
home, totally a hand-me-down hamster. When she was flying back to Colorado, she's like, I can't really fly this hamster on the plane with me.
No.
So she found Haley, who was driving home, and then so it was here with us last summer, and then I don't know. I don't remember whether Haley was originally moving it back to school with her or not, but eventually it was decided that the hamster should live in Montclair. So it's now Jean's
I was
hamster,
gonna say,
basically.
it's Jane's hamster.
Well, now that Haley's back home, they are kind of sharing it, but it's mostly Jean's hamster.
Jane's
He takes it out he gives him enrichment time every day.
Aww.
Literally, he says that.
Oh,
that's super cute.
so cute. I mean,
Artemi, he's named after one of the New York Rangers, Artemi
Aw.
Panarin.
So we had 2 goats and a sheep and 2 ducks
I do love
and 2
goats.
bunnies and a bunch of chickens. So anyway,
So
that's
fun.
so cool.
yeah, that was in my backyard. And
You're gonna
fortunately,
totally
it's
end up
great
with
weather.
chickens.
We might. Beth was a little bit lobbying for it too, because apparently she wants to get the chickens whose eggs are really good for baking.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
makes
Yeah.
total sense.
Yes.
There are a lot of folks that keep chickens from Montclair.
There are,
Mhm.
yeah, quite a few. Mm-hmm.
And then my neighbor was saying that if you have a goat in your backyard, you can claim your property as a farm, and it helps with your property taxes.
It is illegal to
Really?
have goats in Montclair, though.
Oh, that's annoying because they really did a great job trimming down the clover in the back corner where they
Yeah,
were.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
You can't
That's
have
annoying.
any animals with cloven hooves.
Really?
Yes. That's why there was that one horse. He was grandfathered.
Yeah.
No, they don't have cloven hooves.
No, they
but
don't.
anyway, but he wasn't really.
But he
allowed
was
either.
he was grandfathered.
He was grandfathered. Yeah.
because they.
That's annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know Haley. We looked into it when Haley was about 8 or 9. She really wanted a goat, and she was lobbying for. She's like, we won't need landscapers anymore. They'll do the backyard and all this. And so we
I
looked
was
into
thinking this
it.
on Saturday.
Yeah.
They will eat everything though, and they
Yeah,
will eat it
yeah.
to the ground.
And actually, goats creep me out. I mean, we rented a house once that had goats next door,
Mhm.
and they had like a little shelter right next to the fence, and they would stand on the roof of this
Oh, yes.
little thing and stare at you.
They climb up everywhere. Well,
Yeah.
They have,
Yeah.
have you been to the zoo in Central Park, which is my favorite zoo in
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I love Central Park Zoo.
the petting zoo area,
Mhm.
where they have like all the little
The little
goats, the dwarf goats that
Yeah.
just,
Oh,
like,
those are
dwarf
cute. The
goats
pygmy
are
goats.
so
Yeah.
cute.
yes,
Love
that they
them.
like stand on top of the tiniest little
They like to be high up.
Stop!
They like
Tall.
to,
just like look at you.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the bigger ones that were sitting there just like staring at you, they totally freaked me out.
Ta-da.
Like, you look like you want to say something.
You're like,
what is
what?
it you're trying to tell me?
You
What
guys
do
learn
you want?
more and more about us with every podcast.
I
There
know.
you go.
Of course.
Not only does Kathleen like orange, she's also freaked out by goats.
Yes, I am freaked out by goats.
But yeah, so and Chad and I and Abby had a dance competition.
Yes,
That's
yeah.
right. How was it?
And we did really well. Had a minor meltdown last week week before last, because we had not been practicing enough
Mm.
and we weren't ready, and we had invested, to be there and taking time off. And we hadn't practiced.
Oh no.
Such a waste of time. So anyway,
You can tell which side you were on. You're the.
I might be a little competitive.
Just a tad.
So
I get it.
we were supposed to go to a concert on Friday night a week ago. We sold the tickets, went to practice for 2 hours, practiced again on Saturday morning, practiced again on Monday night.
Good. Hey, so
And
cranked the practice.
Yes, we did. We won.
Yay!
First place.
All right.
Yeah, the New Jersey, New York Metropolitan Dance Sport competition.
Awesome.
Bronze amateur couple. Yeah, and then he won second place. Bronze, and they combined men and women.
Oh.
And he won second. And then I got second, and Ladies Silver B which
That's
I was super happy.
awesome.
Yeah,
Nice.
no, we had a very
Congratulations.
successful. Abby came in first in standard and second in Latin.
Abby!
Yay!
And
That's
she,
awesome.
the dance you posted on Facebook, she looked so confident
Oh
and
my
beautiful.
gosh.
It was so nice.
She's,
She
like,
looked great.
so grown
Yes.
up
So-
and, like,
so nice.
She's really progressed.
Yeah.
she's done a
So-
good job.
I don't know. I'll talk to you guys. If you don't mind a copyright strike, I can put in some dancing at the end.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
It's
I
like
mean-
we're muted, or can you throw a
It doesn't really
copyright
make
free
sense.
music?
No, not really. It doesn't work. But but that just means that all of the ads you saw before this video go to the producers of the music that's going to be in my dance videos at the
There
end.
you go.
That's
That's
fine.
fine.
Yeah.
I'm
That's fine.
Yeah.
Yes.
So.
That's awesome. Yay! We had our Max had his ultimate frisbee final picnic with the parents potluck, which was the cutest thing I think I have ever seen. A bunch of like teenage boys. So the ultimate frisbee in Montclair is a club, so it's run by the kids.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like a bunch of the seniors, the current leadership, and then the juniors, next year's incoming leadership. Like they had like their highlight reel and everything that they
Aw,
put
so
together,
fun.
which was so cute. But they stand up and they say something about every person on the team,
Oh, wow.
That's so
something
nice.
nice about, and it was like
That's great.
the sweetest. And it's also
so
so
good.
funny because they are teenage boys, so they're like, "Dude, that catch was just gross," and the parents are like,
That's good, right?
"Good." We're like, "I think that means good."
That must mean
But like,
good.
and it was so, but it was just so cute, and it was so sweet. And they're like, everybody, like, you had the best spirit on the sidelines, even when you couldn't play. I'm like,
Aw.
it was so sweet. And when the seniors were talking about the juniors were talking about the seniors were all like emotional.
Oh,
So nice.
I love this.
that's so good.
It's such a good
That's a
group of
good
kids.
community, yeah.
It's a really good,
Yeah,
it's a really good
definitely.
community. So if anyone's interested in Ultimate Frisbee, it is co-ed. It's currently
I was gonna say, yeah.
all boys, but
Mhm.
I am like, get some girls on that team because
Mm-hmm.
like, they play teams that are co-ed.
Yeah.
I mean, and they're technically co-ed, but they play teams that have girls on, and I'm like, the girls on the opposite teams are always so fast.
Oh, yeah.
And they're just like, ba-doo, 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 ba-doo. And you're like, yeah, no, you guys need some girls on this team. I mean, not that the boys are state champions. The varsity team is state champions, so they're good,
Mm-hmm.
clearly.
But still,
like,
it's nice to
but
have a sport
still.
that is co-ed. Remember, we saw some games at UMass, and I think their team was co-ed as well.
Yeah. I think
and-
a lot of the college teams are co-ed.
Mhm.
which
Yeah, and
makes a lot of sense.
they went
That's
up
fun.
going to nationals. Yeah.
Yeah.
And coming in second actually did great.
But it was so cute, and they're working on. There's a middle school program, so if anybody has middle schoolers that's around in Montclair, you don't have to go to the public schools. They take private schools too
That's cool.
because
Yeah.
it's a club sport,
It's a club. It's not really school.
and
affiliated.
it's really really fun.
And it's
Um,
on the town property? Like the school property?
So everything is student run, including the middle school thing. Like the teenagers run that.
Oh, good.
So there are grown-ups involved, thankfully, and also legally. But they practice on Montclair parks,
yeah.
Mhm.
and basically
Oh,
like
it's like
the kids are
comfortable
getting
use
the
the-
permits
Yeah. Ah,
themselves. So yeah, but there are summer programs too. But Montclair Ultimate
Mhm.
is the website, but highly recommend it. It's also really great for sportsmanship. They're a big part of the frisbee thing is about like the spirit and like the spirit of the game and
Mhm.
like
And-
being good people
Yeah.
to
Well,
self
and even-
ref.
Exactly. When I remember, like when there were penalties and things, like they would talk about it, and basically
Yeah.
the person would concede, it's like, yes, I was out of bounds there or whatever. It was like, I've never been at a sporting event where they did that before.
Well, and it's funny.
It's great. It's so good.
It's so good.
What?
We went.
what?
Oh no, there's
No!
they're still super competitive. I'll tell you, they're still super competitive. But it was funny. We went to States and there were kids in the stands who were either alums or like friends of the kids of the other team who were booing Montclair, and we were all like, "Bro, that is not in the spirit of the
That's
game."
not
And like the other
frisbee.
team was like, "Don't do that. Don't do that. That's not like we're gonna like lose.
That's not
spirit
cool, dude.
points.
That's not cool.
It's not cool, bro. It's not cool. It's just gross. I used that wrong. Sorry. But yeah.
All
Use
right.
that in the 90s way.
I know. I used that in the 90s, right? It's so gross. And then Velcro fry.
Oh my gosh.
So
Yeah. So what's coming up?
yeah, we got a lot
all
of
right.
stuff coming up.
So
Right?
I'll fill you in. So today is the 15th, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Today's
It
Saturday
was
the
first.
15th. And we're coming up to Juneteenth, which is Tuesday, right? It's
Yes.
Sounds right.
that's counting right correctly?
Yes. Wednesday?
Yes. Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Mercury. Wednesday.
Although, interestingly, New Jersey has it as an official holiday on, I think, that Friday.
Really?
They do it as part of a weekend, basically.
So before it was a federal holiday, celebrated on the 19th, New Jersey made it a state holiday, and they were like, you know, or pick the closest Monday to whatever, it's
Right.
the,
Mhm.
you know, the way that
the way a
the
lot of
government-
holidays go.
a lot of holidays go. So it's very confusing.
Oh.
Hopefully they'll remedy that at some point.
So I think people appreciate having a long weekend.
Yeah. So there are several events in Montclair for Juneteenth first. So Juneteenth, there are 3 things going on in Montclair.
Nice.
First, and I'm going to have to check my phone because my brain is a little shot.
There may be more than 3, but here's 3 that we know about.
There you go. That's a
So
good way to put it.
the Montclair Community Partners has their celebration going on at the grounds of Hillside School. That is today. As every time we podcast, we tell you about things going on today. So that's today down at Hillside from 12 to 6. They're going to have a live DJ. There's going to be vendors from Black-owned businesses, pony rides.
Ooh.
Yay.
And the kids' corner, we might have to check that out with kids for the pony rides.
Yeah.
So that'll be super fun. If you love art, the Montclair Art Museum has an event today and tomorrow with over 100 local and nationally renowned Black artists.
Oh, wow. Very cool.
Great food, open bar, music, fun for all. So that'll
Sounds great.
be super fun. Yeah.
And that one is ticket.
It actually, and it's the 14th, 15th. JK. Yesterday and today.
Friday, Saturday.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yes, yesterday and today. Saturday is 1 to 7 p.m. though, so still plenty of time.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. And then the Montclair Brewery, which is just a walk down the street for me, so I'm definitely hitting that up.
Your local brewery.
Yep, that is still going on today and tomorrow. So today until 11 p.m. you can do the art museum first and then come down to the brewery.
Nice.
And Sunday from 12 to 9 p.m. They're going to have art, live music, food vendors, and curated brews representing the African diaspora.
That's awesome.
So yeah, that's going to be super fun. It's going to be a lot of activity this weekend.
Mhm. And actually, Sunday is Father's Day. I remember.
And
that's right. And Sunday's
Sunday's
Father's
Father's
Day.
Day. Take your
Mhm.
dad to
Mhm.
Montclair Brewery.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For Father's
That
Day.
would be so fun.
And
Yeah.
Haley and I actually are going to see my mom this weekend. But so Jean gets to do like Jen's usual Mother's Day thing, which is like have the day to yourself, do what you want,
Leave me the hell
do
alone.
the risky business dance. Right.
I want a video of that.
I know, right?
He will have Anna too. Anna and Artemi, his 2 wards. So
I was gonna say
He'll-
he won't be missing everything.
That's
he'll be
Hamster.
animal dad.
Yep.
I know. I got to figure out what Jonathan wants. I think he probably just wants to be left. Well, actually, I take it back. He doesn't like the leave me alone. He likes the like, let's go have brunch at Bluestone,
Mm-hmm.
and then leave me alone to grill. And I'm like, I have no problem with that because I get
Yeah.
the advantage of both going
That
to Bluestone
sounds-
and getting whatever it is that you're grilling.
Yeah. Sounds very
Sounds
nice.
So
Very nice.
that'll be fun. Maybe I'll suggest to him like going down to the brewery.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think that would be super fun.
I think so too. If you go, let me know.
I will. What I was gonna say? Oh, you know what? I almost forgot what episode it is.
Yes. Yes.
125,
Higher.
126, 127, 128, 129.
Wow.
Yes.
There we go.
You know what's so
I
funny?
should have done my twos. My twos.
When I was typing it, I typed 189, and I'm like, that can't be
That's
right.
not
I'm like, no, that's so not right. Yeah.
We would be here for longer as I'm like 130,
1.
131, 132, 133, 134.
129.
All right, 129. Wow, that's a lot. I feel like I say that every time. Wow, that's a lot.
Me too. And
Yeah.
I feel like I agree every time.
But it is. It's a lot.
And
all
then
right.
what's going on around Yarnia?
Yes, so we should talk about what's going on.
Yeah, around
Yarnia.
Yarnia is sock bingo.
Sock
for sure.
bingo. Also classes, but
Yes.
sock bingo.
Yep. And we can talk about the classes a bit
We'll talk about the classes later when we talk
with finished
about
projects because we finished objects.
But yeah, we've got sock bingo is in full swing.
Yep.
Um,
And actually, just this morning, we were reviewing some concepts from Chronicles on our little giveaway items. So that is well underway.
So if you guys don't know or you don't remember what sock bingo is, we have a knit along for
Or
the
crochet
summer,
along.
or crochet along,
Yep.
make along for the summer, where we have a bingo board that's free and you can download it below. Amanda will link it. And
this is
basically
generally what it looks like.
There you go.
From far away.
You knit socks and check off a bingo. So, like, for example, I have a pair, but I have to finish the one that I'm making, and then I have to start a new one. And it will count as a new to me gusset or heel because I tweaked the gusset.
Nice.
It'll count as variegated or speckled yarn, contrast heels and or toes, cuff down construction, DPNs or flexi flips. What else? Self patterning, heel flap, crochet, fingering weight yarn.
Yeah, there you go.
New to me sock pattern. What else? That's all I got.
Not Helen Stewart or Amanda.
Amanda's not Helen Stewart. Yes. So that one sock will check off all of those things. But in order to get a bingo, you have to do 5 socks.
5 socks.
5 socks.
Which should either be 2 pairs of socks and an extra, or 1 pair of socks and 3 extras, or 5 individual socks.
Yep.
Yes.
And then they have to check off the boxes going across or down or diagonal.
Just like bingo.
And then one more little rule in there is that you cannot get a bingo with the elements used in a single sock. So because the whole thing is we want you to try lots of techniques and more socks.
Try new things.
It would be sort of challenging.
Yeah, I think the
we
layout.
tried to make it challenging. We
so
tried
you
to make
can't
it so it wouldn't be
actually do
easy to do that. But also with the flexi squares, you probably could. It could be a little easier to do that.
Yeah.
But you've got to do 5 socks anyway. So honestly, even if you do some techniques with sock 1, say, if you do them in sock 2 as well, give yourself credit for them during sock 2, and then you
there you go.
meet the requirements.
That would be actually really challenging.
Yeah,
winners.
we tried hard.
So
before
everyone-
we first set that
Because
up.
I tried to find the minimum number of socks.
Right. Amanda's like going to mathematically math it out. Participants who get a bingo, you submit it on our Google form.
Yes.
And you get a cute little Katrinkles
Progress keeper.
Progress keeper.
Yep.
And one of those participants who completes the bingo will be selected for a $100 shopping spree at Yarnia.
That's right.
Online or virtual or in person.
And also because, when we've done this before, we've had a number of people, I don't know, maybe 5 the first year and maybe 10 to 15 the second year we did it, fill the entire bingo board.
Yes.
We are doing a special surprise for those people as well.
Yes. There's a little, you'll get a little something special. But it's super fun and cast on, any socks cast on after June 1st.
June 1 or later. Yep.
And it goes through essentially Labor Day.
Yeah.
So, and you can also, so if you're doing any of the sock knit make-alongs that are happening this summer, so is it Nitty Natty Sock Week and Crazy Sock Lady is doing...
I believe she's doing Summer Sock Camp again.
Summer Sock Camp, anything like that, you can double
There's
dip.
some other ones that have already started.
Right.
Yeah.
Double dip.
Double dip.
The
Triple
socks
dip.
that you're making for that can count for us.
Yeah, we
are
are
folks
not
to have
exclusive.
fun.
We're all about
Yes.
winning all the prizes, doing all the things.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you also get an extra entry if you use yarn from Yarnia.
That's right. Yeah.
That's the other
So it doubles your chances toward that $100 shopping spree.
Shopping spree. Do we want to talk about our socks now or do we
Sure.
want to do finished objects first?
Why don't you guys talk about? I don't have any socks with me today,
Okay.
so
Why don't we talk about our
let's
socks?
do all the sock
We can do
content
socks.
now.
This is our sock bingo section.
Sock bingo section.
All right. So what is Amanda working on?
I am binding off. So I'm going to
All
move
right.
this back over here. So first I started these socks with the leftovers from my other socks that I finished. Ta-da!
Yay!
This color probably looks familiar.
Mm-hmm.
This is it's from Crafter Gamer Geek.
Mm-hmm.
The something scribe. The quiet
Introverts.
Introverted Scribe, yes, the Introverted Scribe, who is Al-Haytham from Genshin Impact. So it's a video game inspired colorway. So I knitted myself a pair of socks with this color this past winter, and I had a little bit left over. They were intended to be for Beth, who is the Genshin Impact player, but for some weird reason I cast on 56 stitches instead of 60.
Oh no!
When I made them, and my foot heel depth is shorter than hers, so they're slightly tight getting over my heel, but they absolutely won't go over hers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, and plus I like them. And
Oh no! What a shame they don't fit you.
sort of, yes.
Well, do we have more of that colorway left? I don't know if we want to do it again, but
No. But I had this much left. So, Stacia cranked a tube for me.
Nice.
On Clementine, and I am gonna make it. Look at this. This is how much of the contrast color I have left.
nice.
So I had enough to get some heels out of that. I might have enough to do a couple or 3 rows of stripe around the toe
Okay.
as well with the contrast color, and then I'll probably add in either white or gray heels and toes. Because what you're going to see is the cuff, obviously.
Yeah.
So that's what I wanted to be the hand dyed.
Mm-hmm.
And then the heels and toes will be something else. These probably are not long enough to be socks. I need to talk to Beth about what does she want. Does she want... These are long enough to be shorties,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yes.
I could add a heel and they would be shorties.
Yeah.
But I think she wants full leg socks.
Mm.
In which case I can just put in a heel wherever. And then pick up and continue knitting down and just... make a vanilla foot.
If she wants like long ones, long leg socks, you can honestly just pick up and then be like, all right, I'm gonna do my standard heel flap heel.
That's true, yeah.
Right? Depending on what.
I think this is too long for her, but we'll see. I don't know. I'm easy.
I mean, it's pretty long,
yes.
but I like it long.
It looks like it would make a long shorty. I mean, what size shoe does she wear?
9.5.
Mm-hmm.
9-ish.
But once you add the contrast heel adds about 2 inches,
inches,
and the contrast toe adds about 2 inches.
Yeah.
So that's 4 inches. So you really only need like for a size 9. You only that knocks 4
Yeah.
inches off.
It's not that much. I don't need that much.
But they'd be cute little shorties.
I know, but she wears them for baking, like when she's
Yeah.
working.
Yeah.
So maybe she wants the long ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to interrogate. That's why I've been putting on the cuffs first, because I don't need to. I don't need to question what happens.
Well, and then she can try them on.
Right. Yeah. Tell me where you want the heel.
Right.
That's what I always do. I always do the cuffs first. Your class does it backwards from what I did.
I like the toe first.
I usually do the toe first. Yeah.
I will alternate. So if you know how long you want the leg of your cuff, the leg of your sock, you can do the cuffs first and then do the leg. And then place the heel and then try it on after you've placed the heel and then place the toe.
That's what I do.
But it's easier if you want to the cuff is easy, right? The cuff, folks know how to knit a cuff. Like you knit a toe, try on the tube, place your heel, and then you can you can maximize the use of your tube.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right? Like you don't have to cut.
Yeah. It's funny. I don't know why, but the doing the toe first just feels like natural to me. It feels like
you're like, look, it's a sock
exactly
with a
maybe
really long tube.
Well, even the sample that we have sitting at Clementine, it's got a toe,
Yes.
and that's all right now. It's like got a toe and set up for heel.
I mean, you can do it any way you want.
Yeah. I always do it this way because I care how long the leg is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, we'll see. Anyway, so that's what I'm doing. I'm binding off the second, because this one I did on... Oh, we forgot to mention, too. It was Worldwide Knit in Public Day.
Oh my gosh,
That's
yes.
right.
It was Worldwide Knit in Public Day
And we had
last week.
We
The
did 2
lovely
events.
crowd,
It was
I'll
really
put it in
fun.
here.
Yeah.
A lovely crowd at Yarnia.
I was
Thank
cranking
you, everybody.
tubes on Clementine.
Yep.
And at the library,
And then
we
you
had
were
a
at the
nice
library.
group. Yeah.
Do you have a picture from the library?
I do, yeah.
You have a cute
I
hands
stuck it on our
picture.
Instagram, yeah.
Oh, great. Oh, yes. Okay, so those you just saw those pictures.
And then I came by here later, which was we have had such beautiful weather lately.
Oh,
We've really been
gorgeous.
incredibly lucky.
Saturday was
and
gorgeous.
so yeah, people were hanging out knitting in public for many hours.
It was fantastic. It was Knit in Public Day, and then
And it was
a lot
Pride
of folks
also.
went on to hang out at Pride. It was a beautiful day.
Yeah, it was lovely.
Yeah.
So I finished this top one. So this sock would knock out. Oh, it has a flexi square. Yes. Clementine assisted socks are a flexi square. That means I can use that square, cut it out, and paste it anywhere I want to on the board. Yay!
Yes.
Yay!
Replace something that you're never gonna do, like for me, 9-inch.
9-inch circular,
Right?
same.
Do we?
Yeah.
Yep, we do. They're in that lower right
And
corner.
if you use Jen's afterthought heel class, heels and
Sorry.
toes, which actually I am. That's the heel that I use.
Uh-huh.
Are using you two
Yeah.
flexi squares.
Because I love your Turkish thumb
I
heel.
love a Turkish
that's
thumb
in there.
jam heel.
That's the best.
Mhm.
So, and it's actually a gift knit too, but I can only use 2.
You can only use a
You can only
maximum
use
of
two.
2 flexi squares.
But this is
3, 4,
this
5,
is a
6,
good one.
yeah.
So, and I'm also I'm using fingering weight yarn, contrast heels and toes,
Variegated.
variegated yarn. Yep.
Twisted rib?
No, I didn't twisted rib. That might be it. Oh, and DPNs, of course, my favorite Addy lipsticks. So, yeah, and it's plain vanilla. So that's my that's sock number 1 and 2, I guess. Ha! Yes, this does count for 2 socks.
It does count for 2 socks.
yeah.
It does.
Because you started them both after June 1st.
Yep. Clementine has been busy.
The other one is going to take me longer. So this one is the one that I started for Chad's sock.
Mm-hmm.
I'm using.
Love those colors.
Yeah, right. I'm
Beauty.
using the Fall at Yarnia by Color Wheel Yarn, the sock set. So that's the main colorway. Here's the contrast, the orange contrast, and then we also have the turquoise and the plum.
Yep.
Blueberry.
Yeah.
So this is the sock set.
So
And-
cute.
I started a sock that's not a Helen Stewart sock yet.
It's
Again,
very pretty. It looks
That
nice.
should be, we should have like an individual flexi square.
I
Like,
just for me.
Make your
just
own.
for Amanda, a non-Helen Stewart sock.
Yeah,
Because it is a pretty rare occurrence.
It
Right?
is. Yeah,
Understandably, her patterns are great.
They're so
Um,
good. Yeah.
but yeah. So
Sorry.
I looked in this book. Ta-da!
Yes. 52 weeks of socks.
Yeah, so this is 52 Weeks of Socks, Volume 2. It's by Lina Publishing. And it has, guess what? 52 socks. 52
No.
different sock patterns of all
Mhm.
types.
P.S. We carry this in the store.
Yes. Yeah.
We
yeah.
have both Volume 1 and Volume
Both
2
one and
available.
two.
Yeah. So, so it's really fun. There's so many different ideas in here. And that's the thing, honestly, like a lot of the Helen Stewart socks lean, I'd say, more feminine.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a couple
Those-
that are like
Yeah. and I-
solid gender neutral.
yes. Yeah, yeah. yeah.
But in general, I think her style is pretty
it is
Pretty fun.
pretty
full feminine. So,
Yeah.
so I picked 3
7
from in
inches.
here.
Sorry, I'm on that part where you have to celebrate when you hit another
Yes.
inch on
You
your
hit a
belly.
milestone.
Woo-hoo.
So I looked through here, picked out some possible patterns, and showed them to Chad and said, which ones do you like? And he picked out Kissa, 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 by Yuka Takahashi, which is like, yeah, of course. It has like this faux argyle,
Fargyle?
Fargo?
That
Like
does
Fargo?
not sound elegant.
Yeah.
It's
Faux
like the
argyle.
faux argyle pattern. Here, I'll
But
come
I
up
like
and-
it. I would call it Fargyle. Fargo socks.
Yeah, and what I mean by that is there's just little 1x1 crosses. I finished
Oh, that's
half of the
pretty.
pattern
Yeah.
repeat.
That's nice.
So you can see it has these little 1x1 cables going by, and then pattern inside the little diamonds that it creates. So his sock's going to have the orange on the top and the toe, and then the blue on the heel. And my sock's going to have the mulberry on the top and the toe, and the blue on the heel.
Are you going to do matchies?
Of course.
Yay, you're going to match.
Yeah, I like doing these.
That's so cute.
So, yay, this is underway. This one takes me more concentration because you do have to do the 1x1s on every round.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So, and I did modify this sock. So this is, this sock was made for a, what? I want to say 68, 60, and 52 were the different
Oh, wow.
circumferences
Uh-huh.
of sock.
That's a neat one.
Yeah, exactly. And I know socks fit him with a 72 stitch.
Yeah.
And also, it seems like with that pattern, it would be pulling in, if anything.
Yeah, so
right?
Yeah.
I
That's
definitely was a
surprising.
little concerned with the smaller, taking 4 stitches out of a size that I know,
Yeah.
circumference I know fits him.
Yeah.
So I added 4 stitches in. So between the faux fargiles on either side, there is
You added a little channel. Kind
there's a 1x1 cable. So
Uh-huh.
I made it a 2x2 cable on each side.
Perfect.
Yeah, and thank you to my knit nighters who suggested using a toothpick as my cable needle,
It's a good
For-
idea.
So fun.
right, for fingering weight, because my cable needles don't fit in fingering weight.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, ta-da! Now I have my little toothpick cable needle.
Toothpick is a brilliant idea.
That
Right.
really is, yeah.
That's so
'Cause
smart.
it's short and it's the right diameter.
Because
Yeah.
I use, for my fingering weight cable needle, I have a Brittany Birch DPN
Yeah.
that I broke 25 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I sharpened one end. And it's a size 1 or size 0.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh yeah, no,
Mhm.
no, you're
That's
going to be
perfect,
my
yeah.
fingering weight
I have to-
cable
yeah.
needle.
We used to have sets of the Brittany's. I don't know if they make them anymore. The little straight. And Cocoa Knits.
They
does.
do, and Coconuts
Yeah.
has them, but I think even the smallest ones are smaller, are
They're
bigger.
bigger.
They're too big.
They're good for like a 2s, 3s,
Uh-huh.
but not a
Not a
1s,
one.
0s, 1s.
So yeah, I also, of course, I didn't read the patterns all the way through before I was like, which of these 3 do you like? And he picked one that was toe up.
Right. That's right. You said that. Yeah.
But
And-
charted.
Yes, and it's a toe up, heel flap, and gusset.
That's a
But
pretty one.
I really want it to fit him, and I know that doing it top down, I can fit it just right.
You can fit it perfectly
Uh-huh.
top down,
Right.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's a charted pattern,
take
so I just
pictures?
flipped it upside. I'm just doing
Yeah.
it
When
top
you-
down.
And that's so nice when you have something charted, is that if you're doing it the other way, turn it around.
Yeah.
So
Literally.
pretty.
Upside
I
down.
know.
knees.
Oh my goodness, right?
I just am trying to
Was
keep
this
track
one
so
of
I'll
the other ones,
remember.
Aurora? I
No,
like their,
but
I
the
love
heel.
that. That's
it's really
beautiful.
pretty.
The cable, this one pattern, Aurora by Healy Rajabara, has a cable pattern that goes down into the heel.
Yeah. It's really pretty. Turn the page.
Really
Yeah.
pretty.
Oh, I'll put a picture in.
So nice.
Whoa!
That might
great.
go
I just
on my
lost
list.
phone behind the radiator.
Oh no.
Ruh-roh.
Jean lost Haley's car key on the way to move her car this
Oh no!
Oh my god.
like literally she was going to go out first, so her car was first in line, and then she wasn't ready, and when I was ready to come here, so he helped carry my stuff out to the car, went to move her car. He's like, oh, where's the key? I'm like, I don't know, you were the one carrying it.
Oh no!
And
One
literally,
holding it.
so hopefully he's found it on the driveway since I left.
This book has such cute
Right? They're really good.
patterns and a lot
And
of
diversity.
different yes, diversity in weight, in color, in
Style.
texture, and
Yeah,
There's
style.
slippers.
that's I like the
I was looking at the slippers.
Look at that with beads
with beads.
Yeah.
Ooh, beautiful. That the beaded one is Rocalis
by
Okay.
Pope
By
by
Vergara.
Pope Vergara.
Yeah.
Cute little tennis. It's so cute.
No, they're
Yep.
really cute.
Check them out. Yeah, I mean, this is the thing about socks. If it's done top down or bottom up, you can almost always swap a heel for one that you like.
Yeah.
So if you're trying to get that short row heel that you haven't done for the sock bingo, and your pattern that you're working has a heel flap and gusset, you can modify.
You can modify it.
It's okay.
But yeah, so this is definitely my train project right now.
Yeah. Socks are such a good train project.
Yeah.
Do you have any more socks?
I don't. That's it. But I feel like with these two,
You ticked off a lot.
I've got several, and I have plans for the rest of them. I was telling Kathleen and Jen I actually have my own board where I've highlighted the squares and figured it out and have my plans written across the top.
You're a
I'll bring that
planner.
next time.
I'm a winner.
I need to get going on mine because my sock bingo board at this moment is blank.
As is mine.
I have
because
not done enough on it.
I have to finish. Even though this sock does not quite does not technically qualify for sock bingo because it's the first of a pair that I have to finish.
You started it
because I
before.
started it before 6-1 because I'm a ding dong. It is the Simple Sinister Cat sock. It is also
one, yeah.
in the
Fall at
Same thing.
Fall at Yarnia.
Yeah.
I am doing twinsies.
So fun. All right, I
So-
got to do mine too.
You gotta do yours too.
I have it at home. I do.
So I did the contrast cuff with this little kitty cat's color work in
So cute.
the burgundy, maroon,
Mm-hmm.
pink,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the heel. I don't know what I'm gonna do for the toe. I think what I might do is put this one on pause when I get ready for the toe, and just throw it onto waist yarn.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then start the next one and see if I can. So this one is the burgundy, and I don't know what I'm going to do for the contrast of the toe because I do want the other sock to match. I don't mind if the toes don't match.
Mm-hmm.
Although I'll probably make the toes match.
Yeah.
I think the turquoise would look really pretty.
I think
with-
the turquoise
on
will
the
look
toes.
pretty too.
But you might have enough. I mean, yeah. If you wait and see what you got.
Yeah. I
This
think what
is
I'll
pretty
do,
long though too.
That's the thing because it's 10 rows of 2x2 rib plus another 20.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I'm thinking I will have enough I will definitely have enough for the cuff. I will probably have enough for the heel flap and the turn.
Mm-hmm.
But then I think I might just go with one of the other colors for the toes.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to wait and see. So I'm furiously trying to get to toe length.
You know what would also be super cute? To just do a little stripe of one of the minis
Ooh,
and then finish
yeah.
in the main color.
That could be cute.
think that could be really
I'll
cute.
definitely have enough of the main color. It's a nice big skein.
Oh, and you'll probably even get another pair out of it,
Oh,
even
yeah.
if they're shorties.
Oh, yeah. I'll
But I
totally
think,
make
I don't know.
That's
See,
a good idea. Like a little accent.
I love to help people with stuff like
I
this.
know,
Like that is
it's so
my
good.
it's like
I-
the joy of my
I might have
Maybe
enough
more.
to do like a stripe of the pink, a stripe of the mane, a stripe of the blue,
Yeah.
a stripe
Uh-huh.
of the mane, a stripe of the orange, and then the rest of the mane.
Oh, that would be fun.
You know what I
yeah.
mean? So a little,
yeah. Yeah.
or maybe two. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So I also did a new to me gusset, which was kind of, I think I mentioned this on the podcast before, inspired by one of our students, Beth. Hey, Beth. Who misplaced her decreases for the gusset at the bottom of the heel flap instead of the top of the heel flap, but it looks so
It
cute.
looks really cool. Yeah.
And so, like, the decreases point
I like
up to
that.
the foot, and I have a high arch. So, like, it's nice. It, like, keeps it nice and smooth through here, but still has the shaping that you need. And then, yeah, so I really like the color wheel the sock yarn. It's so nice to work with.
It is.
And her colors are so pretty.
They're great. And yeah, I do have a set at home, one of the sock sets. And also we've been talking with Lauren, the dyer for Color Wheel.
Yeah.
And we asked her if she would dye some more for us, and she said she would.
Yay!
Thanks, Lauren. So we are going to be taking pre-orders for up to 30 sets. So we're going to go ahead and have that on the website. If you go, well, Amanda will have
It'll have a link below.
Yep. And if you want to pre-order it, so, this episode is going up June 15th. We're going to take pre-orders through July 1st, which
Nice.
is even, after the following episode will debut. So people will have a couple of chances to hear about it.
Yeah.
So either when we get to 30 or through July 1st. And then the first batch of those we will have by like July 15th.
Awesome.
And we'll get them out as soon as we get them from Lauren. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. You know, we'll see how quickly she can get those done, and if we can up it, we will. But at least, you know, it's such a pretty set.
Such a pretty color.
She originally dyed that for us on worsted, and we loved it on the worsted. We've got, you know, some hats and things in the store.
Yep.
But you know, when she was here for a trunk show, or when she was coming for a trunk show, she said, "What do you think about doing a sock set?" And we were all into that.
Yes.
But we'd love to share that with you guys as well.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, so if you would love to see that, then that is...
And it's a good amount of yarn because it's a full-size skein plus 3 minis.
3 20-gram
minis.
3 20-gram minis.
Yeah,
so,
it's a lot of yarn. And actually, I'm going to look and see. I just put some things in my favorites this morning. I went through and responded to all the comments. You know, we do always look at them as they come in, but I just find it easiest to respond like in one sitting usually.
Sit down and just go through
You can sit down and focus on it.
Yeah,
So,
actually, I mean, that would make a good size shawl. 1 2/3 skeins. That's a good shawl.
That is a good shawl quantity. And that yarn would look beautiful in a shawl.
It would.
And I have to say, even though it's variegated with a lot of different colors, I do think it shows texture really well.
It does. Like you can see on the socks
well
Amanda's making. So I'm thinking about doing the Cider House socks.
I love the Cider House socks.
Yeah, I was kind of joking that Summerlee is the winner of the comments on our previous episode because she's the designer whose sock patterns were mentioned most often.
Yeah.
And, you know, definitely heard of her and seen some of her designs and things. But
I really liked...
But
she
this
has
is...
sporty designs.
She does, yep. And I know Nitty Natty. I think she was one of Nitty Natty's designers, or Nitty Natty was doing one of her designs last year during Sock Week, I believe.
Yeah.
Maybe even 2 years ago. It could be. I never remember whether something was 1 year ago or 2.
Oh my god, me either.
But the Cider House, Cider House is so fun because it is kind of sporty. It's got cables, it's got stripes, and I think it would be really nice. So I think, you know, sometimes you just need like a certain project or a certain pattern to be your inspiration to actually start something.
Are they cute?
Aren't they so cute?
Yeah.
So I will.
Amanda's like,
So I'll be using the main color for the body, which is the cable and rib kind of portion.
Yep.
And then I will probably use the orange, I'm sure, for the toes. For the toes and the cuffs. And the cuffs are striped. So I'll pick, maybe I'll even use both of the other colors in the stripes.
Yeah.
You know, who knows? We'll see. But it looks like the perfect palette to sort of play around with one of one of our sock sets.
Yeah.
Or any sock set.
I love it.
So that is a fun one. So I think it's going in my queue.
Nice.
Yay! All right.
So that'll be good. We should talk about finished objects.
We should talk about
we
finished
had our
objects.
Sock section.
Yes.
Amanda, you want to start?
I have nothing finished recently. I'm wearing an old finished object. This is Spike by Caitlin Hunter.
So
Ta-da! And I styled it today with little squirts. See? Squirts. That I got at Pride Festival Montclair last year.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, these are from House of Highlights down on Glen Ridge.
Oh.
If you haven't been over to Glen Ridge Ave recently,
There's a lot of stores there. There's
totally
a lot
worth
of
going.
things.
Yeah. There's. We were saying there used to be a church down there that was like falling apart.
Really, Daryl. I mean, it was condemned. It
I
actually
thought it
had
was
been
going to
condemned.
collapse on.
It sure looked like it was going to collapse. Yeah, it was really in bad shape. And it was really cool. It was built around the turn of probably even mid 1800s. It was beautiful architecture, really kind of gothic look. Wood, but gothic.
Yes.
Yeah.
But someone took it and restored it, and now it is like an amazing apothecary, candles and
tarot readings and all kinds of things.
House Freya. House Freya. Yes.
Yes.
Great place if you're looking for like a gift or like a witchy goth teen. Love it.
Oh, I like it. Witchy goth.
Witchy goth.
It's like Visigoth.
Visigoth. Witchy goth.
Yes.
And it smells so good in there too.
Oh yeah. But there's a few like really cool.
Yeah.
And there's still Plum Bakery there, right?
Plum Bakery
still
there.
And
Mickey and Al's Noshery.
Mickey and Al's Noshery.
Yep. Love that name.
Best pastrami.
Yeah, they're really good.
Yeah.
Really good.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
So Jen, how about you and finished objects?
Finished objects, I got nothing. Also,
but
nothing.
what are you wearing?
But I am wearing the Aliso Creek top by I don't remember who, but Amanda will link it below. This is in summer solstice, which we still have, and we still have this colorway, which is my favorite colorway. I don't remember what it's called either.
And we've added a bunch of colors in that too. They've added a bunch of colors, and hence we have added a bunch of colors.
And I always get nervous when they add colors because what if they remove the color that I like?
Yes.
But they did not. Is this, which is kind of like a grayish lavendery with tweeds in it, and it's silk linen viscose. Something like that.
Sounds right.
Yeah, it's a sport weight yarn. So this was a summer sweater class 2 years ago.
Sounds right.
Yeah, 2 years ago.
What was last summer again? Sorry.
Last summer was the Anchor family of sweaters. No, I remember because when I was getting dressed this morning, I was like...
Reminiscing.
Am I going to wear the Anchor top, or am I going to wear this? Because those are two of my favorite summer sweaters to wear over a linen dress.
Yeah,
the blue linen.
We're finally into linen season.
We're in linen season. Linen season for me is year round. It's just a question of like, am I wearing it with like
season for me?
Yeah, it is. Like, am I wearing it with a long sleeve sweater and leggings, or am I wearing it with either no sweater or light sweater and Birks?
There you go.
Today is light sweater and Birks. There we go.
Even though it was in the 60s this morning, it was nice and cool.
Oh, yeah.
It was so cool.
It was 54 when I went to the gym this morning.
That's verging on cold.
Oh, yeah.
It's freezing for Amanda.
Speaking of going to the gym when it's really early, we have not seen the deer lately. I don't know.
No.
Yeah.
Amanda's deer.
It was Kathleen's deer.
Kathleen deer. That's right. That's right. But this is one of my favorite summer tops. I made it slightly cropped, so it's best over dresses or a high-waisted skirt.
The deer was like, this neighborhood's just going down.
How dare we? So, that's my finished object. How about you, Kathleen?
All right. I do have one finished object, but I'll first talk about what I'm wearing also, which is, this is a top I made a couple of summers ago based on the ranunculus.
Yes.
It is the ranunculus pattern, but I omitted the section with the eyelets. I just decided...
a little like clovers. Yeah.
Yep. So, but I kept all the wrap stitches and everything, and I don't know, I'd made the pattern a couple of times, and I just didn't feel like doing it exactly the same way, and I'm really happy with it.
Yeah. It looks great.
You know, this is in Lamented Nev.
Nev. I miss you, Nev.
I don't even have any of it in my stash. I didn't, before we put that on sale with Will Walk, I didn't really go through, and I don't know, it had been around for a while, but yeah. If anybody knows of a chainette cotton that is like DK'd at worsted weight, let us know. We miss Nev.
It's a great option.
Yeah, it really is. So this is really like super comfortable, 100% cotton, and actually easy on your hands, easy to knit
because of the chainette.
Yeah, definitely has some stretch to it.
Yeah.
So the main thing that I've been working on lately, and Amanda's going to do a little video of our windows. Is we talked about these a little bit last time. Our succulents. So, we've been working on, I don't know, Haley had a bunch of little crocheted succulents that she had made that we started putting them in the window. And then I just had this idea, because we have these macrame plant hangers. We thought they were kits, and they were actually pre-done hangers. We ordered a bunch of them for the store.
I mean, they're cute.
They're really cute. So I was like, we should use these for our window display. So we did that. But in order to fill them, fill the hangers, I've been making various succulents. So this is 4 succulents. I think Haley made these 2, and I made these 2, and then I just crocheted a little disc. There's really no pattern. I mean, there is a pattern for the succulents. Right. I will ask Haley for a link. She explained to me how to do it the other day, and then I just started. It's like you do a foundation crochet round, and then you do some granny clusters, and the way you're doing that, it just keeps making it increase and increase, so it kind of spirals. And then you do little groups of, it's like chain 2 double crochet twice, make a picot. So you're constantly increasing, and then you kind of spiral it up and just sew it together on the bottom, and then sew it to whatever you want. So then, I found this is actually Lucky Tweed in Orange Spice. I had some in my stash. I'm like, I need a dirt color. So
it's a great dirt color.
It's a good dirt color, right? So most of our dirt is Lucky Tweed. And then I filled the little pots with paper. And I did a circle basically to the size that fit the pot, and then I did a little turning edge, and I did 2 more rows down so that it kind of sits there in the pot and doesn't shift.
Nice.
So those are our succulents, which
unkillable succulent.
which is so necessary for me. I am so bad with plants. I am just I don't know. Yeah, don't trust me with a plant.
You love a succulent.
Yeah,
but
they're really fun.
They don't love you.
So
or you don't have enough light for them.
Yeah, exactly. So those are my finished objects for most of my finished objects for the last couple of weeks.
So yeah, if you're in and around town, you can pop in and check out our windows with all the crocheted succulents and you have hanging vine. It's so cute. And our pride bees are hanging up in the window too, which are so adorable.
Yep. We had somebody, ask if she could sell some little bees that she'd made, little amigurumi bees that are in all the different pride flag colors. So we've got those too for the month of June.
Yes. Which is awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool. All right, so let's go into whips. Amanda, what do you have for whips?
Only one. Well, aside from socks.
Aside from socks, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Other than what we've covered.
Yeah, because we were talking last episode, I had to wait to cast on my socks until Saturday. Obviously, I have other whips, like I'm working on Chad's sweater, but I honestly haven't had time to sit and think about decreases.
Yeah.
So maybe I can get to that this weekend. Fingers crossed.
I just thought of something.
Yes.
So sorry, I looked in my bag. I'm like, I have no more finished objects. I actually do.
Oh.
Should we go back?
Yeah, go back. Hop back.
So, we were talking about classes a little bit. Last Sunday, I knew I did something else. Last Sunday, we had our first punch needle workshop.
I'm gonna take
do you want to bring it up?
Yes.
So I'm definitely, it's my first project ever, and I'm doing what I say to all of our students, be kind to yourself. You're learning. It's not going to be perfect.
I think it looks
fantastic. But it's still freaking cute.
It is so adorable. Before we started recording, I was like, oh my God, you're punching needle. Yep. It's so cute.
Yeah, so we have an instructor who's been doing punch needle for a while, who now even does tufted rugs, which is a very similar technique, but with a bigger tool, a gun, basically.
Cool, like a little...
and they make, we definitely should put a link to Candace's Instagram, Rough Tugs.
Yeah.
They make pet-inspired portraits in, tufted rugs. So they have a friend who will do the illustration of your pet, and then they do your design on canvas, and then actually, do the whole thing in wool to make a rug. They're so fun. I'm thinking about getting an Anna rug.
Yeah,
actually, of course I am. So we did this in basically in 3 hours, even including I finished up the backing at home, but we had a lovely group of people here. Everybody. A couple of people finished completely during the session.
Wow.
And, most other people got to about the point I did. And, but everyone really, picked it up, and it's a lot of fun. So we are going to have 2 more sessions.
Nice.
Coming up. The first is going to be, we'll link to it.
We'll link to it
below. We've got one more in June, and then we've got one. I know the other one is, they're all Sundays. I believe it's July 14th.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 14th. It's
so if you were on the wait list for this past one,
we have already emailed you.
We've already emailed you, and
you guys, the wait list people get first dibs at the seats in the 2 new ones, and then everyone had a great time. We did. It was planned as 4 hours with a 1 hour break during the time for lunch.
Mm-hmm.
And basically we got to the 2 hour point and we were like, should we break for lunch? And everyone was like, no, let's keep going.
Yeah,
most people worked for about 2.5 hours and then went and got a little bit of lunch themselves and then came back.
Yeah.
We'll probably keep it that way again. And, we had so much fun, and now everyone's got a new craft that they're really enjoying.
Super fun.
So
cute.
And I'm gonna I wanted to keep this out for today, but I'm gonna put it up in the back and give you your cats to take home.
Yay! I got
Wow.
to hang cats.
Woohoo!
Awesome. So don't forget, also just to touch base on classes real quickly.
Yes.
We have a bunch of classes up, including Learn to Embroider with Kathleen.
Yes, and I now have 3, so it's definitely running.
Yeah, it's definitely running. Awesome.
It is June 21st and June 28th, 3 to 5 both days. Yeah, so if you've always wanted to try embroidery but never really kind of felt like you want to do it on your own, I would love to, help you with that and get you going on your first project. Yeah. I mean, it was kind of a similar thing to the punch needle. Everyone's like, yeah, I could have watched videos, I could have done it myself, but we had so much fun. And also to be able to ask questions of somebody who's been doing it for a while. Yes. Like, Candace kept circulating and being like, nope, turn your tool a little bit this way. And like, you think,
and wonder if you're am I doing it right?
You think you know what you're doing, and then it's like, why does my yarn keep popping out? you have to let it flow freely, and I kept not letting it flow, and it's like, yeah, they're exactly right, because it'll pull your stitches out if you don't have enough slack in the yarn. It's so funny because with knitting you want to keep tension on your yarn, right?
It's the opposite.
With punch needle it's the opposite. You want to let your yarn flow freely, otherwise your stitches will pop out.
But if you're local and you want to learn how to embroider, and then we also have kids camps.
Yes, kids crochet and knitting.
Yes, mini camps, crochet and knitting in June. In July. In July, they're in the afternoon. So if you have those half-day camps for your kids, where that they end at 1, and you're like, oh my God, what am I going to do with you? The rest of the time, bring them to Yarnia, and they'll learn how to knit or crochet depending on the week.
Yeah.
And then
and those are Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
2:30
to 4:30.
2:30 to 4:30.
Think, right?
Yeah, 2:30 to 4:30.
Mm-hmm.
And also we'll have them both in August too.
Yes.
So, but check out all of our classes, just as the plug.
Yeah. Summer's a great time for kids to be able to focus on something new. One of Eric's friends was in here learning.
Yes, doing private lesson with Haley yesterday. Yeah, definitely.
Good time.
It's a good time.
Yeah, she did great. She did really
Occupy them. So when they say, I'm bored, you say, don't you need to work on your knitting?
Or your amigurumi.
Or your amigurumi. Or your crochet. Or whatever.
Yeah. All right. So back to our regularly scheduled whips.
No problem. So like I said, I was thinking of what could I cast on in that little interim time, because I finished my projects basically on Tuesday when we recorded, and I was like, I don't have anything that's a good train project.
Yeah.
So I needed something. So I cast on a cami.
Ooh.
Yeah. I've made a couple of Helen Stewart mystery knit-alongs. First the Miss May shawl, and then I made the 24 birds. Both of those I used La Bien-Aimée Cash Merino, and both of those I used the color Nymeria.
I do love that one.
Both of those I have leftovers.
Yay.
So
perfect. That's great.
So yeah, I
love that creative use of
leftovers of Nymeria. Twice. This one is from 2022, and this one's from 2024. And I was like, I really wanted to make a camisole number 9 from My Favorite Things.
Yes.
Which is just a little scoop neck cami, stockinette, could wear it to work. It looks really nice.
Yeah.
The problem is it needs 150 grams of yarn.
How much do you have?
And I have 100. So I really was going to start it. I bought the pattern. I was going to do it. I was like, it'll be fine. I'm like, no, it's really not going to be fine.
Well, do we have any more?
Yeah, but I don't want to get into the
the point is to use it what you got.
I know. Well, you will be using those up. You'll just have...
But then I'll have another 50 grams left over.
Make socks.
Yeah.
No. So I just changed the pattern. So
Okay.
now I'm doing camisole number 2.
Okay.
My favorite thing.
All right.
Okay.
Which is...
I know, I was going to say, it didn't look like stockinette. It looks like rib.
Yeah, so camisole number 9 is top-down stockinette, scoop neck, and has like the wider bands. Camisole number 2 is bottom up. It's ribbed, and it's more like a little cami. So it's got the thinner straps, V-neck, right? There's less fabric involved with number 2. And it
perhaps
uses
50 grams less.
Yeah, so it uses 100 grams instead of 150.
There you go. All right.
Nice.
So yeah, I cast that on. I actually cast it on twice, because the first time I did 2x2, and it was supposed to be 1x1.
Oh.
And normally I wouldn't care, but it goes into a 3x3.
Yeah.
So the ribbing changes as you go.
A 2x2 going into a 3x3 would look weird.
Yeah.
So I ripped it out and started all over again.
I do like how the 1x1 looks going into the 2x2. It looks
3x3.
Really, into the 3x3. It looks nice.
Yeah. So now it's a very good train project, because I just go around.
Yeah.
And 3x3 for a very long time.
Are you alternating skeins?
I am alternating skeins, because you can tell Nymeria from 2 years ago is not the same as Nymeria.
Yeah, this one has a little bit more yellow in it.
Yes. This has more gray.
Are you doing it helical, or are you...
I'm doing helical.
I love helical.
And it's super easy when you're just doing the same pattern around and around and around.
Right?
You just stop. Well, in my case, because the ribs are 3 stitches wide, you just stop 3 stitches before, slip 3, and continue on the next color.
I love helical.
And I'm doing this not magic loop. I'm doing this like weird
Faux magic
Faux
loop.
magic loop. That's
Yeah.
what we call faux magic loop.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Where you have cord on one side, it follows your needle basically.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, I mean, I use it like a 16-inch circular. It's just when I get there, I have to like pull it through and
Mm-hmm.
start again.
Yank out the extras.
But yeah, I didn't want to buy a new needle, so yeah. What we were talking about,
Yeah.
right? Like the interchangeables. Actually, they might go down to this size. They definitely didn't go down to the ribbing size.
Chagus go down to 2s.
Yeah, I think.
For interchangeables, but most other interchangeables stop at either 3 or 4.
Well, and there were the
Usually
Chagu
4.
minis
I
too.
don't know how big.
Yeah,
they
the
are.
Chagu minis go down to 0s.
Yeah.
Because I got a set of Chagu minis. Because I was like, you know what? I will use them.
I think this is a 2.5. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I had the needle in this size,
Mm-hmm.
which is a bigger circumference than I need. So I'm just like, it's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah, I started magic loop, and then it's too short for magic loop. I'm not
Yeah.
done with that, so
Yeah.
I'm just doing it this way.
Extra.
And
Yep.
it's super easy.
Yeah.
So
It'll be cute.
yes,
The
and
fabric feels
yeah, it's
really
great.
nice.
I
And
bet it's beautiful.
It's
yeah.
nice, like you can actually here. I'll come up and show you. You can actually see the color of Nymeria really nicely
Yeah.
in this 3x3. These are my 2 leftovers. And yeah, you can see the color, which in lace you can't always.
Yeah, it kind of gets a little obscured.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can't
it's really
see this.
highlighting the speckle in it.
Yeah, so that's nice. Do you know what this Nymeria would also look really nice in this Zweig?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah. Actually, I have
It would
a
look similar to
skein.
this one.
I have a skein of Ba that's very similar to that saved for a Zweig when I eventually do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the kind of creamy with subtle pops of color.
Yeah.
It's a great
but
way to go.
this my Zweig could be replicated with
Which is very-
this
Totally.
Nymeria and
Yeah.
the anemone.
Yes,
That is so
absolutely.
pretty.
Yeah,
That would be if you like my springtime Zweig,
yeah.
anemone and Nymeria. That would
You
be
would
perfect.
probably only need,
Only one skein of each.
yeah, I was going to say one of each.
Mm-hmm.
To do it short
Some-
sleeves.
To do short sleeves because there's so
Mhm.
much yardage on that.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
is. That is good
Cool.
yardage. So that's all I have on my needles.
Okay.
Ta-da.
I will, here we go, show you
on my needles that's making progress.
on your needles that's moving. Oh yeah, on my needles I got lots of things.
Exactly.
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
needles
yeah.
that I'm actually working on, I have my ranunculus. I'm holding it. Which way am I holding? Where's the end? There we go. There we go. Here's my ranunculus out of Zoe, Juniper Moon Farm Zoe. This is leftover from sweater that I made mom. Like when I did the Alicia Plummer.
Oh yeah, the campsite party maybe.
Campsite Cardi, thank you.
Yeah.
I was like, it's going nuts. So I'm just at the ribbing now. And then I will pick up around the sleeves and I will do ribbing there and then I will be done.
Yay.
Yay. I was going to say I kind of did this Asta pattern, but I did not in any way, shape, or form do this Asta pattern. I did no, I didn't even do the yoga Asta pattern. I adjusted the divide for the sleeves and the body because I found the body way too wide and the sleeves not wide enough.
Did you do the lace chart?
I did the lace chart to pattern.
Did you say the body was too wide and the sleeves were not wide enough?
Yeah.
My sweater had the opposite problem, which I will talk about momentarily.
But I didn't want as much. I mean, the ranunculus you can have as much ease as you want, right?
Right,
Like
right.
it's shown. I still don't understand why that is the featured photo on it because it is
It's just never been changed.
swallowing
Yeah.
the lovely model whole, and which I get as a look, but also really.
Well, it was originally one size.
Right.
It was originally one size, which is why I didn't do it for so long because I was like,
Not doing it.
size your nuts. And don't tell me to just change gauge because I don't like that.
Except when you do. Except when you want to do it.
When
Except
I
that's your
choose
choice.
to do
That's
it,
your choice.
that's different than saying
Yes, then the
you can
pattern
make it
saying-
smaller or bigger by changing your needle size. That's not sizing.
I have
Yeah.
one pattern in my favorites
Mhm.
that is one size, but it's got like elaborate cables and this whole design
Mhm.
thing here. And I think the author is like, yo,
I'm not scaling.
We're not grading this.
Which is fine. Like if that's your choice, that's your choice. But like there's a difference between grading a pattern and then saying like, if you want it bigger, knit it at a bigger gauge. It's like, no, that's not how we do this.
Right.
But yeah, so the ranunculus, I chose a size with a little bit of ease as opposed to like 18 inches of ease, or even 6 inches of ease. I chose a size that would basically give me like 3 inches of ease up here, knowing that the cotton and linen is gonna grow.
Yeah,
and it's gonna be drapey. So, so based on that and those numbers, I didn't love where the sleeve divide was, and the yoke divide. Not the yoke divide. Yeah, I guess like the yoke. So I was like, no, way too wide here, too tight around the sleeves, not happening. So we'll see what happens. Because I kind of wung it. Wung it. Winged it. Wung it. I'll wung it. WNG.
Yeah.
But now I'm on the ribbing, so I'm happy about that. So this should be done probably today or tomorrow.
Yeah.
Depending on how much I get done. And then I have a swatch with a fuzzy on it. There we go. Out of for my sweater class, the summer sweater class, the Ilha sweater, which I am doing for my Sunday sweater class, which is a Zoom class, so anyone can join from far afield or close by, and you can make a summery sweater or you can make a wintry sweater depending on the sleeves and the yarn choice. I'm going to do a short sleeve summery sweater similar to this. And I chose the Handspun Hope Handspun Cotton, which although is labeled a fingering, is really kind of working up to a sport DK.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is my swatch for Ilha, which is stockinette with a textured yoke, and I swatched it on, of course. I did 3s and 4s. I think I'm going to choose the 3. I'm close enough to gauge for what I need to do.
It's a nice color.
And it's eucalyptus, which I think they're labeled after what they're dyed in.
Yes.
They're plant dyed.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty happy with the fabric.
Yeah.
It's
which
cotton.
is the 3 and which is the 4?
That's the 4. That's the 3.
Interesting.
And that's washed and blocked.
They really don't feel that different.
They don't feel that different.
If anything, I almost feel like this feels denser.
The 4?
Yeah.
That's the 4.
That's weird.
Yeah.
It feels more like this feels more malleable to me. This feels a little stiffer.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And this is why, gauge wise, they're very, very close.
Really close.
They're very close. But
I'll bring up a swatch.
I think the 3 is gonna. I prefer to knit cotton a little bit dense.
They always grow, right? They always
grow.
And I have been burned by not listening to you when you've told me that before.
And
it's
I'm
true. It's just like
gonna add a fake seam,
Mm-hmm.
which it's a real. I mentioned this before, where it's like it's a purl stitch on either side that you then seam up. So it's a real seam, but like I am.
But you don't make it by
flat.
knitting it in pieces. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You add a seam after the fact, which you can do to anything, and I might do to the ranunculus. We'll see how it hangs. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with this, and that starts on the 23rd.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
So.
Yes, so there is definitely still room in the class. If you
Oh yeah.
Are participating from afar, don't forget to allow time to order your yarn so we can ship it to you. We're well stocked on a lot of good choices for it.
Yeah, there are a lot of great, like the Zoe would be great. I mean, if you wanted a wintry one, Scout would be gorgeous.
Yes.
What about the new Skipper?
The Skipper might be a little bit light, but it could absolutely work. I definitely put that in as a suggestion pending gauge.
Yeah.
It could totally work. It depends on how you do. I mean, this is the thing about a lot of these summery yarns is that it really depends on gauge. If you're unsure, I mean, and I would say if you wanted to do the Skipper, I would order or pick up one skein. It's relatively inexpensive.
Very inexpensive.
And play with it a little bit and see, like, do I want to sweat? Like, do I get gauge? Do I get a gauge that I like? Is the gauge that I like close enough to the gauge that I can make modifications?
With the assistance of Jen in the class.
The assistance of me.
Yes.
And then see if you do it.
Yeah.
Right? Or you could carry something along with it, or you could, although with like a summery sweater, you might not want it.
I think Haley is going to do the class and do Scout. I think she's going to want it.
Nice.
It's gonna look great.
There's new colors of scalp
I
too.
know the
There are a
colors.
lot of new colors, yeah. We have so many new things because we were starting to get in all of our orders from H&H when we were in Chicago. So we, even though it is June, you know, kind of heading into summer, we've got lots of fun stuff. And it's hard to cram it all into the podcast.
I know.
But we will do our best.
We'll try. You can always listen to us at 1.5 or 2 times speed.
Oh, yes.
And we turn into chipmunks. All right, so what do you have for whips? That's all I got.
So I have the Jenna sweater,
Ooh.
or Jenna. It's a Barocco pattern that came out pretty recently.
So pretty.
Let me see who. Sorry, I should. Oh, no, I do. I was going to say, do I not even have the pattern in here anymore? Because I am definitely on the around and around part.
Yeah. That's so important. You don't need the pattern.
Osa Bukta is the designer.
Nice.
And I really have enjoyed this so much. I was saying to these guys before I kind of went to succulent land and was obsessed by succulents for about a week, I thought I might actually finish this.
You're close.
But I'm pretty close,
We're
actually.
both gonna have a summer sweater next week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I hope so.
Not next week. Next podcast.
Next
Next
episode.
podcast, for
Yeah.
sure.
So I'm using Noro Kakagori. Actually, this color is discontinued, which is one of the reasons that I forget, it's like number 2 or something, or 7. I don't know. Whatever. It's one of the ones that's stored because they're not making it anymore. But I've used Kakagori before. It's a really nice summer yarn. It is 50 cotton. It's got some linen, some silk, some
I'm
poly.
looking up because it used to be here.
Yeah, it used to
yeah,
be.
it's over there now.
Yeah.
So yeah,
It's pretty tweedy. And
yeah, it's really, I'm
beautiful drape.
really happy with this. But it's funny, I have enjoyed this pattern so much, and I do this a lot actually. When I find a pattern that I like, especially for a summer thing, I think I'm going to make it in the Handspun Hope after this.
Yeah.
Because I think it is really pretty in the tweed, but I think in a solid it would be
It's really
even more
good.
gorgeous.
Yeah.
So once I finish it and see if I really love it, that may be cast on the next time we get together.
Nice.
We'll see.
I love I mean, clearly I'm wearing one.
Yeah, exactly.
I love, and you're wearing one.
Mhm.
And you're wearing one. I love the lacy yoke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plain bottom for summer. I think it's such a easy silhouette to wear.
Yeah, exactly. And it's almost like a little jewelry without actually wearing
Yes,
jewelry.
yeah.
Like when you don't necessarily want to do that in the summer when it's hot and sticky. But yeah, it was such an easy, fun lace to do, and I just like some of the details of it. It's got pretty short ribbing, which I think, I don't know, somehow that also feels very summery to me.
Yeah.
It's like, not like big chunky ribbing. And I almost did my sleeves before I started my second skein on the body. I just started the second skein on the body within about the last inch or so.
Yeah.
But I decided, I don't know, you know what it was? You're not even supposed to do any rounds. You're just supposed to go straight into ribbing. And I didn't have the ribbing needle handy. So apparently it actually fell out of my bag. Like the
Oh,
one
no.
that I used. Yeah, I have the package. I do not have the needle.
That's
So it must have
annoying.
gotten stuck to my project at some point, and it's
Somewhere.
somewhere in Montclair. Right? Probably. Excuse me. So anyway, yes, really enjoying this. And this is definitely my main whip until I finish it, for
Yeah.
sure. Because it's at that point of the year. I want to finish it and wear it.
Yes.
Wear it for as long as possible.
Same.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
That'd
All
be
right.
nice. We'll see. I want socks.
Oh, yeah. And then I'm definitely going to do
Then
the socks. Then I'm going to,
I know.
for sure.
I mean, I can wear a cami in the winter too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I wear these in the winter too.
Yeah.
Depends on the situation. Do
Yeah.
you have any more whips?
Nothing that I brought with me.
Well, you know what? We should talk real quickly because we're all doing lacy or wearing
Yes,
lacy
yes.
tops. We should talk about our opinions.
Hashtag opinion question.
Hashtag opinions.
Excuse me. I don't know why this happens. That like I get to a certain point and I can hardly talk.
I think it's because when you talk, suddenly you're like. I always found that when I was reading out loud to Ollie, I would get sleepy.
Uh-huh.
I'd be like, it would just be, I would yawn every
Interesting.
5 words.
Oh, no.
But B, I'd be like, I can't talk. I don't know, I just get real dry.
Huh.
The kid's like, what is wrong with you?
I know, and I'm out of coffee too. That's one thing.
Maybe that's why.
Probably. Excuse me. So our hashtag opinion question, and we are going back to episode 122, when the last time We asked for suggestions on what we should cover in hashtag opinion. So Peace, Love, Harmonit, really cute name.
Cute name.
Asked for our opinion on lacy shirts that you have to wear tanks or camis under. I see so many beautiful summer tops that are lacy, but would still feel the need to wear something under it, not overly summer friendly. So true. So one of the things, I feel like is, with this is not really a dense gauge. It's not really a loose gauge either.
Mm-hmm.
I wear a nude color bra, nude for me, and just go with it. I mean, it's not really open. I also am happy. I have camis in a bunch of colors, and I'm happy to just wear a matching cami. I feel like if my Zoe ranunculuses are really open, they're for the most part. Well, especially my black one is really open. But I either wear a cami that matches the item, or for my black one, I just wear a black bra with it. And I feel like for summer, it kind of goes. It works.
I have skin, people. You can see it. I totally got it. I feel like this is. I'm like, are you a millennial?
It's
is my question.
Preference. It really
Because
is.
She just said this to me because I always wear
You
a
always
cami.
have a cami.
I
right?
always have a cami on.
I am Gen X.
The 100% cotton, thin scoop neck camis from the Gap.
Mm-hmm.
And I wear them under everything. I have some that are plain, like this one today is stockinette. And then I have some ribbed ones.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it's one of the two. Under every sweater I ever wear, I have a cami
You
on.
always wear a
I
cami.
always wear a cami.
So this
because
is,
they've seen me like...
you're like,
Yeah.
it's kind of handy because you can always change. I feel like
In
there's
the
very
winter, I always
much,
have a turtleneck on under anything. So
there's very much like a millennial emotional support cami.
I had no idea this was a thing.
100%.
That's
It's
so
a thing.
funny.
It is 100% a thing that like millennials always wear like a cami, and not obviously. We're talking generalizations, right?
yeah.
I am
Not
Gen
every
X,
person.
and I am like, nah. I'm not wearing camis.
And I do
I
whatever.
run hot.
And I do whatever I feel like. It's like on whatever day. It's like I may do a cami, I may not do a cami. No cami today. And I didn't even know we were talking about this when I picked this out today. That it was decided
we
after
all
we
have
got
lacy
here.
tops and we all
We're
have different...
have
We're all
different
different.
approaches.
We have different solutions. So I tend to wear. I don't. I mean, I say this wearing something layered, but I don't like. I don't really wear a tank top underneath my sweaters in the winter either. I'm just like.
Well,
like,
some things are a little more itchy too. Like it depends on how soft they are.
Yeah, I mean, if something is itchy, I will. But like,
I don't want to wash it. Like,
well, I don't wanna
But you
wash
don't
it
even
either.
have
I'll
to.
just
You can still let it air out.
I'm just
Exactly.
dirty.
I don't.
I'm just dirty. Sorry.
No.
I'm like,
I don't wash the sweater every time I wear it.
no, I don't either.
well, neither do I, but I wear cami.
Yeah, but no, I'm not.
I definitely always air things out. I lay them out after I wear them and try not to grab it from the pile again too soon.
I mean, I have a drawer full of them from like the early 2000s when everybody was like layering and like you layer multiple camis and then like a shirt over top. I'm like, too many items of clothing and they bunch. I can't with the bunching.
And my maternity wardrobe, cami,
that I know.
leggings, cardigan.
Uh-huh.
So I will say,
Period.
when I was
That's all I
pregnant,
wore.
I absolutely wore camis because those pants were not always buttoned, folks. So like long camis or the belly band also helped hold the pants up over the belly.
Mhm.
But like other than that, nuh-uh. So I tend to wear most of my summer most of my summer sweaters, which most of my summer sweaters are in this mode, right? A detailed, potentially lacy yoke with like a stockinette thing, right? So some kind of detail up here, nothing here, relatively cropped, short sleeves. If it's top down, I divided for sleeves, and then immediately went into the ribbing, right? That's like my MO. And I will modify patterns to suit. So I wear them over a dress.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's kind of like a cami, but also because I like the empire waist, the crop, and it's a little swingy, right? I have my pockets. Or I'll wear them over a high-waisted skirt. And if I wore this over a high-waisted skirt, I wouldn't wear anything but a bra.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And I would do the same thing. Like, it would be either nude for me, or if it's a dark color, I'd wear black, or honestly, sometimes I just wear black and I don't really care.
I know, right?
Like, whatever. I mean, so I can't necessarily say, like, our advice to you is to not care.
I think
But I think it depends on why you're, like, I agree, a tank top in the summer and then a sweater on top. Too many layers.
It also depends on how hot it is where you are and stuff.
Yeah.
Like here, I'd say 9 days out of 10, it's not so hot that a cami with a linen-y thing
I
is going to
disagree.
be too hot.
I say 9 days out of 10, ain't no way in hell am I wearing a tank top
Uh-huh.
underneath a sweater because I'm like, it's too hot.
Yeah.
But air conditioning.
Yeah, I'm in air conditioning a lot. I really am.
Fine, I'd rather be cold. The other thing I would suggest in terms of when you're making the sweater
Yes,
is
this is a really good point.
look at.
I know what she's gonna.
You know what I'm gonna say. But I mean, and we were talking about this at Worldwide Women's Public Day, right? Because Kim at the store is making a love note. I think she said it was her first love note.
Yes. Yeah.
And I was like, what? And the love note, the lace is kind of
It comes pretty low. Yeah.
It comes pretty low.
This is the bra I wear with my love note. It hides.
And if it grows a little, you might want something that looks like a cami. I will also tell you that if you have like a solid color bra or undergarment or whatever you're wearing for support, underneath is that the difference between that and a camisole. Like if you don't have lace detailing on your underwear, like if it's just like
a solid,
black,
definitely do a solid. Yeah.
No one can see what's down here if it's covered, right? So you can't see like, okay, I see black here and then I see belly, right? Like if you have stockinette on the bottom or solid on the bottom, so like who's to know, is that a cami or not?
Oh, and actually, I'm mistaken about what you're going to say. I thought you were going to say you can always modify your gauge to make it more dense, so your fabric is less.
I was going to say two things.
Because I know that is what you help people do. Just
the first thing I was going to say is if you have lace detailing, move it up. Right.
Yeah, if you're not comfortable with being too revealing. If
you have like ribbing and then a couple of plain rows and then the lace, skip the plain rows, do the lace, move the plain rows below, and so the lace detailing instead of coming here comes here, which is a little bit more like.
And that is one thing I liked about this. Exactly.
Yeah.
That I'm kind of making this so that I
stuff.
shouldn't have to wear anything under it.
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah. You can absolutely do that to most patterns that have the lace. You might need to fudge the numbers a little bit, where you might need to look and see like, okay, what size am I going to make? Like if I'm supposed to be making the 48-inch size and I have an increase row before I get to the lace, be like, all right, well, what do I do if I make if I do the lace repeats for the 44-inch size and then get to where I need to be after the detailing happens, right? And then the other thing I was going to say is do it denser. So like you were saying your ranunculus is pretty open. I did my ranunculus nowhere near the gauge.
Yeah,
suggested.
absolutely.
I did it significantly tighter because, again, the Zoe's going to grow. It's cotton and it's linen, and I wanted to make sure I had a dense enough fabric that it would not be a problem. Like I didn't necessarily want it to open anyway for multiple reasons, not just like I didn't want a sheer fabric, and I did like the looser it is, the more it's gonna grow. Yeah, true. So yeah, I mean like on your Zweig, like if you wanted to move this lace patterning up, you start further into
maybe only do a couple of rows before you
instead of like what did
enter the ribbing.
Probably like 10 or 15 rows of stockinette here. You start after like 3 rows of stockinette and just move that whole pattern detailing up, and then if you'll still need say you subtracted 10 rows of stockinette out here, you could add one in here, you could add one in here, you could add one in here. This is done before the subdivide. You put it in here. You can make longer. Just accommodate for, like, you subtract 10 up here, and then you add 10 in somewhere in the spacing. Does that make sense?
Or a cami.
Easy answer. I wear a cami.
Mind blown.
Sometimes I wear a cami. I love that we're always all different. I do.
Burn your cami.
No. my emotional support cameo.
It's your
apparently.
emotional support
There you
camping.
go, right?
Yeah, I'm Gen X, you can tell.
Oh man.
But yeah. So anyway, that's our opinion.
All right, those are our opinions, exactly.
Should we hop to new in store?
We should, because we have been talking for a while, guys. I hope you're hanging in there.
We have new stuff.
So we have new stuff. So you saw in our opening photo, Malabrigo Rios is new in store for us. We are starting with 10 colors. Rios is a superwash worsted. Feels so good.
Hand dyed.
Yeah.
Yep, hand dyed.
So pretty.
This is going to be
South America.
the like fall sweater yarn.
Yeah.
Yes. Get
Especially
cranking
this
now.
one. This is like my favorite color. I really want a sweater in this color.
Yeah, make a pattern.
It's pretty. I actually like this one. One of the ones we ordered was not available, so I had to sub something, and I picked Piedras.
It's Leo.
Oh, it is Leo. You're a Leo. That means
I
you
thought
need
you
to.
were Virgo.
No, I'm not.
No,
Leo.
she's August 16th. She's a Leo.
Oh.
But yeah, I don't know.
I like whales.
So Virgo is like August to
Virgo's-
September.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Early September.
I see the Virgo palette. I feel like is really you too, though.
Yeah.
What was
The
that?
second
Which
one.
one is
The
that?
second
The
one.
second one?
The
Yeah.
second-
I agree.
Also.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like it washes me out. Like color.
It's a little. Yeah. It may not.
I mean, the
It's
the
got a
vibrant
little
purple
too much
looks great
green
on
in
you.
it.
This would be a good shawl with
Those
this
are
too.
good. Oh,
I love
pretty.
this though. Look at this.
That's very.
Yeah, that's
you need to make something out of that.
Kathleen's
100%.
That's my color. It's autumn. It's
So this is new for us, but not a new yarn.
Yes.
Malabrigo Rios. It's a worsted weight, and it's really well priced. What is it?
yes, 18
Yeah.
for 210
For
yards.
210 yards. This is
Hand
such
dyed
a great-
superwash
This
worsted.
would make a great hat. This would make a great shawl. This would make a great
I think
sweater.
I'm gonna do a sweater.
And it's machine washable. I mean, it's super wash. So,
We always recommend.
always
Gentle.
recommend gentle and dry flat, but
If you're putting it in with other laundry, put it in a sweater bag.
put it in a sweater bag.
It
But
actually
this would
does
be
say
great
do not
for
tumble dry
kids.
flat. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that would be. I know a lot of people have done kid stuff out of it. So that's
Yeah.
new in store.
Yes. Yeah, and we'll see
Such
how you
good
like it. I'm
colors.
sure we'll
Yeah.
add some
Such good
colors,
colors. Such a good color.
but we started with this selection that we made at H&H.
The
Yep.
other stuff that we have new in store is we got a shipment from Twice Sheared Sheep, including
Yarn to
the
go.
yarn to go kits, which these are little multiple piece kind of yarn minders
Yep.
where
So you
you
can put my. Yeah, you
pop your ball of yarn through the little handle just like this,
can. It's
And
a
here's
center
the-
pull right
here's
now,
the
so
hook.
that's not going to
It's-
work so well, but you'll get the idea.
and then you go boop, and you
And
can
if I was doing outside
walk
pull,
around.
it would just pull from the outside, like.
Yeah, it would just
Yeah.
spin.
Mm-hmm.
It would just
Yeah.
spin.
It just.
You can put it on the table so that it has this little magnetic Lacy
Turntable,
Sue's
basically.
turntable
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
where you put it on
These would be awesome for it. Yes.
and look at that.
And then it just.
It'll just feed the
It
yarn
just
to you. I
spins.
love it.
Or if
Right
you
now it's
are
catching on my center pull.
Yeah.
That I've got.
if you're on the go, going for a walk or something, want to work on your socks.
I love this.
How cute is that?
Mm-hmm.
And it still just spins. So really
And,
adorable.
and I love the fact that it does both the the on the go and at home spinning. It's
Yeah.
like it really is like two products in one. And I feel like that's something that Toy Sheared Sheep is really known for.
They're so
They're
thoughtful.
they're clever, thoughtful products.
Yes. They really engineered this very well.
And we met her and talked to her at
Yeah, we spent probably a
H&H.
solid hour at her booth during H&H
Yes.
with Dawn. And
Oh, you know what it is? It's the tag for.
the tag for the.
I will disassemble while you talk about other things.
So we picked one thing that sold really well from our first order was the little tins for your notions and things.
Yes,
So we
I
got a
love
bunch
these.
of new ones. We've
No, I'm
got
coughing.
we have like
We have
6.
large ones and small ones.
We have
right?
large and small. We got I think 6 designs in the large and a couple of designs in the small. They're so,
So
cute.
cute.
They're all
The
on the website
gnomes.
right now. And the smalls, we've got Honeybee was so cute,
I love
and
Alice.
the other one's got to be. Oh yeah, exactly. The big Alice was fun, and the Sassy Sheep is the other small one we have.
Yep.
We also got
There we go.
tons of dividers.
From the tag.
For those little tins. So we have 4 colors. We've got gold glitter.
Glitter.
Pass it down. That's right. Gold glitter, blue glitter. Where are we? Silver glitter on the big. I mean, we got everything on everything. And clear. If you just want to see your little notions in the tin, we've got clear.
This little sheep is sticking out his tongue.
Yeah, that's why he's sassy.
He's not the sheep.
We got, I think, 10 new styles of the row counters.
Love the row counters.
And we went with the circular ones so they don't hang down so low.
Yep.
But we've got the little Scotty dog. We've got the little turquoise bead. Alice again. You might do your own little Alice combo.
Yeah. Alice themed little package.
Yeah, so take a look at those. I think we've got about a dozen styles of their row counters. Some for, if you're knitting flat.
Look, and so you just, you move the little hook, right?
Or you move it on as you're getting to that stitch, you just transfer it to the next lower level.
Oh, you use it like a stitch marker at the beginning. You put your needle through.
Yeah, exactly.
And every row you go into a new, when you've gone around, you come back and you put it into the next empty ring and your row ahead.
That's so cool.
And then if you're counting like 15s or 20s or whatever, you can use the little movable guy to mark like your 10s row.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, so you're at
They call it a melody clip. There's
Melody
a little,
clip.
it's a little doodad that you can easily move, in those holes as well. While you're up, you want to show these two, the work two rulers. These are so clever. And actually,
Kathleen needs this right now.
Right now, I need to. I only put them in inventory last night, so I didn't want to take one out before I put them in inventory. But that is the perfect thing for what I'm doing right now, because then it would let me know when I've gotten to my 10 inches and I don't need to keep measuring.
You use this as a stitch marker on the end of your needle, right? And then you can measure, like if you're supposed to knit to 10 inches, you move this to where you're supposed to knit to, and when you get there. Instead of Kathleen keeps measuring every 2 rows.
Yeah.
See if she hit 9 inches.
If I've got to that point, so I won't worry about that.
Just sitting right
and then we got some super cute
oh my gosh, I love the rainbows.
clipping stitch markers / progress keepers.
Yeah.
Here are 3.
The progress keepers are super cute.
There's one more here somewhere.
This guy, right?
There you go. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
I love the teacup. I got the teacup.
You needed
polymer.
Yeah. It's so cute, and I love it.
I love the shooting star.
It does hang down. Yeah. 2 cute
These
cat
are good
ones.
for a lot. I think I might get one of the shooting stars to keep my sock progress.
Yeah.
So we
Oh,
can see from week to
so
week.
I think you may need to take that today then, because we had some
They're
problems
going
with their site is a little funky for wholesale orders. It took a couple of days for everything to get settled, and things kept going out of stock or like lowering inventory. So there may only be one, Amanda.
Love y'all. We'll let you know when they're in stock again.
You'll find out
We will.
what's on our site.
They are now in our rotation of people we
Yes.
order from regularly. So
Yeah, so
if we don't have it right
That's gonna
now.
be on my-
But the little sheep
Kissa.
is so cute too.
The sheep
Yeah.
is so cute.
I like
The
the rainbow
sheep
as well.
and the
I like the regular rainbow too.
they're all cute, and the
Adorable.
sparkly bee.
Yes.
Who doesn't love a sparkly bee?
So those are new in store.
Yeah.
And we should talk about our
Well, we should talk about who won last
who
time.
won last time.
And then a new question and a new prize.
Yes.
So, and actually,
What did we give away? What are we giving away from last week?
so last episode, our question was, what is a sock pattern you plan to do for sock bingo, or that you recommend if you're not doing sock bingo?
So many good suggestions.
Our winner is Heather Piotrowski 9396, who said, I have Tracy Miller's coffee talk pattern since it came out and plan to knit it for the first time. She's also planning on morning coffee socks from the Crazy Sock Lady, just because she knows they fit perfectly.
Nice.
Yeah.
Which is so good. It's nice when you have one of those go-to patterns.
You guys had so many great suggestions too.
So
There's
many great
excellent
suggestions.
comment section to mine for
Yeah,
sock
if you
bingo
ever,
plans.
and I will, I'll see, maybe if it's a little slow in the store one day, I can have somebody go through and add a bunch of those to a bundle. Yeah.
Good idea.
So Tracy Heather wins her choice of either a skein of summer slubbin. I just pulled out a few of our colors.
Yay!
An Embroidery and Sage embroidery kit. Actually, I showed this last time, I have done a little more work on my Autumn in New York.
Nice.
And actually, Serena picked up one of these too over the weekend.
Oh,
She's
good.
doing it as well. But we've also got Big Ben, we've got Gingerbread Houses of Amsterdam, Brooklyn Bridge, so many fun designs of that.
Cute.
And then her third option, boy, Heather, are you lucky? You've got so many choices.
You've got like a
You're gonna really have to figure out what you want.
spoils for choice.
One of the Hawthorne mini kits. So either a felt kit
Cute.
or embroidery. I think we did sell quite a few of these actually since
Yeah.
the episode.
Yeah.
So
Those are
so
nice.
cute.
yeah,
So
so any of
perfect
those
for
Hawthorne
a
mini
little
kits.
trip.
Yeah. So let us know your choice, Heather.
Yeah.
If you want something else, the shipping's on us. So be in touch, and we will get you all set up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's our question for this week?
So our question for this week is, what's your favorite twice-sheared sheep tool?
Yes.
There's
you know,
a lot to choose from.
You can take a look at everything on our website. Let us know if it's one of those, or is there something that they make that we're not carrying yet?
Good
Yeah.
plan.
We'd like to
That
know
is a
about
good
that
idea.
as well.
Yeah.
And your choice is going to be, your prize for the winner is going to be the twice-sheared sheep tool of your choice from what we have in stock at the time that you let us know.
And I'll tell you,
Yeah.
including
yes.
these little babies.
Yep. So
God,
we'll have
I
to
would
see
just
how
never
fast they
stop
go.
playing with
I
them.
know it's like a desk toy too, right?
It
It's
is.
like it's
Oh.
very multifunctional.
So multifunctional. Awesome. So I think that does it for this week. Thank you guys so much for watching us. Make sure to like and subscribe down below and click the alarm bell so you get notifications when we post new videos. And don't forget to follow us online. We're Shop Yarnia on Instagram, on Facebook, on the website. Here, we're the Chronicles of Yarnia.
Yes.
Because the podcast is different. But yes, and we look forward to seeing what you guys are up to next time.
Yes.
Bye.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye.
And now waltz. Well done. Thank you, couples. All right, competitors, your second dance. Tango. Couples, one more dance now in this Bronze Ballroom Championship. We'd like to ask our competitors, heat number 111, our Open Ballroom Championship and Silver Ballroom Championship. Heat 111, if you could stand by, your final round is next. All right, competitors, your third dance, Low Foxtrot.
Nothing's impossible.
Let's go, Abby!
For when my chin is on the ground, I pick myself up, dust myself off, start all over again. Don't lose your confidence if you slip. Be grateful for a pleasant trip and pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and start all over again. Work like so inspired to the battle of the days.
next session, we got heat 111. We have two events on the floor, our open ballroom championship and silver. And we got heat number 160.
Couples all ladies B1. Heat number 559, Tango. And moving on to heat number 560, that's 560, we have Foxtrot. In ballroom A, we have 5 couples over 4 events. In ballroom B, we have 4 couples, all ladies A2. Heat number 560, Foxtrot. And moving on to heat number 561, Baby's Waltz. In ballroom A, we have 2 couples over 2 events. And in ballroom B, we have 7 couples, all ladies B1. Heat number 561, Baby's Waltz. Up next, we have heat number 562, Waltz. In ballroom A, we have 7 couples over 4.